obviously gonna win because I'm so. Leave in the comments. I would greatly appreciate it. How to get money.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Matt.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
So they're starting off with a run.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And right away, he lost the football. And some room to run now. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams script plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something that could have gone wrong.
12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And maybe the defense... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry...
And just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. First and goal inside the 10.
I think we probably ought to avoid the tape review of this one, right? I mean, we don't want to sit in there and listen to what his teammates are going to say. He went that far and didn't score a touchdown.
Well, it's one where if they win, they poke the bear a little bit. If you don't win, it could be a sore subject. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now a pass caught by Zay Jones, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard.
Sorry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a first and 10. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've get it down this time to the 17. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the 17, Carr, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. From 17 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. The running game fully in sync, 1 to 11 on that play.
And sometimes it comes from the offensive coordinator, understanding what he thinks the defense is going to do and dialing up the perfect play. Sometimes the realize he needs to change it to a run, and that gets it done in a big way as well.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 17 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Now that touchdown won't allow you.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but
definitely game plan for him. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got 0 benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 33 yards that time.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Carr gives to Rashard, and they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Max Crosby. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So all of a sudden with that run, maybe now a chance for points here.
It's a total mind shift, isn't it? Because what you were saying before was, hey, let's just get out of here, get the half over with. Instead, we can get some points now.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Snead's got it. And oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
You know what? I'll be nice.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty.
And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. That a 92-yard kick return as the Ravens push further out in front. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half. So
now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On second down, it's Jacobs. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 46 yards. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He keeps carrying the ball. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 11 now. Carr nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Jalen Ferguson able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And now running right through it. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means...
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. 22 yards. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken near the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. Fights free at the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chris Moore taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he loses the football a second time.
Come on now, let's go.
And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. This is Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I also think the 2nd down is a...
Mark Ingram, the ball carrier, stopped short of the goal line. No gain on the play.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Partner, the head coach is out of challenges now for the rest of the game. I'm not too sure he wouldn't like to have a few more challenges in his pocket.
And when they first started challenges in the NFL, people were wondering what's the right amount.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there's a flat-out determination, but I do like where we are because I think